Intro.
Okay, you'll take the lead on the intro?
Yeah. I'll wait for the pre-roll to be over. So 25 seconds on the pre-roll.
And for those of you who don't have pre-roll, welcome here to Speedrunners Arena.
10 seconds for pre-roll. Alright everyone, welcome to Speedrunners Arena. This is the SMRAT Tournament. Round 2, Match 1 for mm2nescartridge versus jooniejoone. Right before this, we were discussing the Krabby Patty secret formula, but that's a story for a different day. I am joined here from Burgundy, and on tracking and restream we have Magic75, so big shout outs to him.
Yeah, this is going to be a fantastic matchup here. This is a best of 3 in round 2 of the SMRAT randomizer, or the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessible Tournament. So yes, there's a little redundancy there. But this is the RAT bracket, so this is the upper echelon of runners, to say the least here. And this is the second round. We had the 7-seed mm2nescartridge. He's taking on the 10-seed jooniejoone. And, well, both of them had 2-0 victories in the first round. MM2 besting 26-seeded Music, and Joonie besting 23rd-seeded Amadeus. And our runners are working on getting ready here.
We're seeing, just real quick, a few things we need to get sorted out here. The best beam in the game is Phaser, and the best item is Spring Ball. Keep that in mind. So how's your day been, Ferran?
So our runners are going to be making their way to Mother Brain, but they have to take care of the 4 bosses first, and they're going to use as little in their disposal as possible, but also enough to make sure that they take out the various bosses. Kraid, as well as Dragon, Ridley, and of course Fantoon. Not necessarily in that order. But we see the countdown here, and we will be underway in a matter of seconds here, and our runners are going to make their way over to the Morph Ball to get things started.
And we're off on the restream. Just 2 seconds between the various runners here. MO2 sporting a lovely ship here. So, I think we're due for a very interesting race today between these two runners. They're really good friends. Do a lot of rando stuff together. They both know how each other think, so this is going to be a very interesting race.
Well, I had the opportunity to call, I believe it was game 2 of Joonie against Amadeus, and unbeknownst to me, they ended up agreeing upon doing a 100% all bosses race of SMRAT. So that was a nice surprise for myself and the viewing audience.
So, and again, balancing both these runner skills, they're very well matched. I'm gonna say this straight out of the bat. I think Joonie and M2 will both rank up a win, and I definitely think we're gonna see a match 3.
There we go.
Again,
There's
just
the
knowing
early
that skill.
prediction here.
I'll be really sad if I don't get a match 3 of these peoples.
Well, we started off with a super. Oh, goodness. What a little divergence here. We have high jump boots to the right of the ceiling, which puts the ceiling item in logic. And that is a set of super missiles as well, along with the ones in construction zone. So
Nice.
no early bombs of the power variety. So that means that our runners are going to have to make their way up to Bomb Chorizo, as that's the only logical check remaining at the moment.
Do you think we'll see a BT fight today, then?
From what I've seen of these seeds, the odds generally tend to lean towards power bombs being in the BT location. I think I heard somewhere, and I may be incorrect on the numbers, but I believe it's a 95% chance of getting the power bomb at that location versus a 5% of getting the standard bomb and the bomb chorizo fight.
Oh,
And we see both runners utilizing a wall climb here. Just a very precise series of timed jumps to be able to get up the tower quickly here. And into the parlor goes MM2, who is just slightly ahead, but ever so slightly. Plenty of room for lots of things to go back and forth throughout here. And in the Bomb Chorizo room, we have. Well,
bombs.
we have that 5% chance, so we're going to have a little bonus chorizo today.
Nice. You know, we love seeing the bomb chorizo fight here.
Yeah, 2 super missiles, real quick and easy. And in MM2's case, painless. Probably the same for Junie as well.
We do have our early suit prediction. Use your channel points, by the way. Personally, Farhan, I'm putting all my money on various suit, being the first suit that we see in this seed. How about you?
Well, I made a small wager on Varia and was incorrect last time, so I'm kind of leaning toward gravity again here. And we have a little bit of divergence here. So MM2 heading into the last missile, or dental plan missiles, or 230 as it's also known, because in the 100%, that's where you go to get the last of the missiles, as there are 230 in total. And Junie heading back to the ship to save.
Looks like Junie is planning on doing a potential. Planning on doing early on here. This could pay off. There's something at front of Gauntlet. Looks like M2 will not be going towards the Gauntlet direction at this time. We'll see with the Terminator here. And just an E-tank here at Terminator. So Junie will have the benefit of picking up all 3 items here, assuming he makes it all the way through Gauntlet.
Well, that is a even with the talent of our runners here, that is a bold assumption.
Always. This is one of the most riskiest areas to go through, and especially with having little to no health, it'll only take a few frames for your health to go down to 0.
That acid is very unforgiving, and as Junie makes his way through, we've got a check at the early supers location. Nice mock ball, and oh no, there's a death for Junie.
33 frames, thank you, Saffron. Yeah, 33 frames for all your health to just disappear. Half a second. Looks like Junie will be going for it again, as MM2 does have quite a few items here to start out with, having 15 missiles, X-ray scope, and an additional E-tank that Junie does not have.
And that's always the gamble, is what are you going for versus what are you giving up? And that's part of what makes randomizer so intriguing. And oh no, a little bit of a grab there, able to survive at 57, and missiles galore here in the early part of Green Brinstar.
Another risk of this is Junie doesn't have that much health. It's only 7 health. It'll take less than a frame, maybe a frame, or a waiver hit to kill Junie. Junie taking a second death inside of Gauntlet. At this point, do you think it is worth it to continue through Gauntlet having taken 2 deaths?
Well, Junie apparently feels so, and oh, we have Speed Booster up at the top of Big Pink.
Two's gonna be a decent bit ahead here. Especially with that speed booster. He'll be able to check Waterway. Not in logic in SMRAT, but still checkable nonetheless. Finding some more supers. Vanilla supers, in fact.
We've had a few of those so far this seed already.
I think Junie's going to be a little more careful here. There we go. We'll see if Gauntlet was worth it. No. Let's hope back if Gauntlet has more rewards for us here. One can always hope.
Oh wow, we've got Varia suit.
Ooh. That is not good for Junie.
Varia suit at Charge Beam, and wow, that is less than 10 minutes in. You like to see it. And there's an energy tank up at the Sonic Pipe.
Wow. I just got
narrow escape on June's part. We're going to take a look at the back of Gauntlet here.
mm2 going through the rest of Green Hills, going over the new bridge right now.
A reserve and a missile up in the back of Gauntlet.
mm2's going for a spike suit. This makes it so mm2 is able to check X-ray, and he gets the spike suit. Being very careful to not accidentally set off the suit. Junie not finding anything worth it at the back of Gauntlet. I think mm2 forgot that he didn't have power bombs, potentially.
Yeah, that looks to be the case. Kind of surprising or unorthodox that we are 10 minutes into this race and power bombs have been found by neither runner.
I think he might be holding on to that suit just very carefully in case there is a power bomb somewhere.
So we have an E-Tank at Spazer. And now Junie gonna double back and go to the early missiles, apparently, as X-Ray the only item of note.
And again, don't count Junie out of the race yet, the people watching. There is still potential for Junie to catch up, even with the setback of Gauntlet. Junie's still trying to hold on, not Junie, mm2's still trying to hold on to that spike suit. Very carefully.
And there it goes. Oh, and there's some power bombs that are blocked by power bombs. Amazing.
Ooh. Looks like he used it there for Three Musketeers and Gauntlet at Kraid's lair. We are going to see how many quick kills we get today from these runners. I think we'll get 3 out of 4 quick kills for their round 1 and their match 1 and match 2.
I was wondering where your math was going on that. I was like, there's 2 runners. I mean, are they both going to do double Kraid fights? But nope, that's not the case here. As MM2 quickly dispatching of Kraid while Joonie picks up his speed booster and a missile.
Still no power bombs. The Seed being really stingy about the power bombs. Did MM2...
We've seen early Variasuit, we've seen early speed booster. You know, we had the high jump boots right at the start, for better or for worse.
We do have a lot of movement open to us. It's just no power bombs. So we are still not able to enter Wreck Shiv or go to Lower Norfair, which I assume MM2 and Joonie would like to do, having the current item set. Until we get some power bombs, they're not going to be able to do either one of those options. And we see another super pack, 25 supers total.
Supers at the warehouse E-Tank location, as Joonie picking up the Spore Spawn super missiles that are vanilla as well.
The chef must not be in today because we still don't have any cheeseburgers. Joonie picking up the Variasuit.
And now down into the high jump area. Yet another set of super missiles, so already up to 30. We've got some missiles up top. I have a feeling that MM2 is probably going to ignore those. And in the high jump spot, we have even more missiles.
Joonie also realizing he doesn't have power bombs for X-ray. But does not have a spike suit to carry him.
Oh, we're going to see a somewhat surprising move here as MM2 going to... That's right, it's not going to be a hell run because he has... I'm not used to Varia being this early. All right, so into the ice beam area as Joonie picks up the energy tank there at Spazer, and Ice has yet some more super missiles.
Again, this Seed being really stingy about the power bombs. 15 minutes in and still no cheeseburger to be seen.
Well, I mean, we've seen power bombs, but they were at the warehouse missiles.
Oh yes, that is true.
And Crumble Shaft can't be checked because, well, that's power bomb blocked. Use X-ray here, and there's some power bombs finally in the lava room.
The cathedral.
The cathedral, yes. believe that was another quick kill over on Joonie's side. So far 2 for 2 on the Kraid quick kills. Oh, and we've got Screw Attack at the bubble missile location.
Speed being much more friendly at this point.
Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, again, there's a lot of nice things, but the fact that 16 minutes and change in, all of a sudden, hey, we've now got power bombs. There's a lot of potential checks that will they double back for? Will they just move onward? We
I mean, you see,
farming.
this is a lower warfare play for M2. 3 E-tanks, lava dive, let's go. Not even saving, just going for it.
This is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Turning off speed booster, that is a great idea for this hit soon.
And nails it first try.
Nice.
Useful, that. Useful.
Taking a save here at the top of the elevator.
Yeah, they do have high jump boots and bombs for worst room in the game. So there is the up logic and the screw attack as well. Yeah, they're it's doable.
MM2 playing catch up at the moment, not to be confused with the dressing that you use for French fries or cheeseburgers, but playing catch up to MM2, a little bit behind.
Oh, Joonie's catching up. Okay, you'd initially said MM2 catching up to MM2. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, Joonie. Thank you for correcting me on that.
Wow.
I usually get
what a
confused.
jump.
Amphitheater's a mess. Well, with the current items, not so. But with all space jump, I always find the amphitheater being a mess. But M2 makes it look easy.
That's kind of what they do here in the rat bracket. Is they make a lot of these things look considerably easy.
M2 is not likely to find anything extremely useful down here, though, as it is not a logical play yet. With those power bombs, I believe logic was pointing them back up to wreck ship. Joonie not getting the power bombs in Cathedral.
And is going to bet on Croc. Meanwhile, in the power bombs of shame, as they're known, we have the energy tank. So certainly a welcome sight. Just a little extra breathing room for Ridley.
Not too much extra breathing room. Ridley can be Ridley, as we all know. Personally, my Ridley fights have been good, bad, and horrible. We get a nice speed echo on the screen.
So Metal Pirates, no challenge for MM2. And Croc, very little challenge for Joonie. Going to pick up the super missiles.
Junie getting a spike suit.
Leaving little room for error here on MM2's side. Does miss a super missile.
Very well executed spike suit, by the way, for Junie. Does not reward with anything. Oh!
Oh,
MM2 taking a death. Oof. Taking it up to Ridley. That is slightly catastrophic. MM2 will have to do Lower Warfare from the beginning.
Well, that setback does even things up here just a little bit. It does open the door for Junie to come back after the 2 deaths early on in Gauntlet. I'd say that one... Oh, wow. We've got Charge Beam over on Junie's side.
Junie, again, doing some very nice short charges to get to that as well. Rock pays off only with the charge beam, as we do see missiles here. Which means Junie's going to have to look for those power bombs at Cathedral if he wishes to move forward.
Well, now there's also, I'm guessing he's going to get it here on the way out, but there's also the, going into this room here, so it may not be just charge and that's it.
Let's hope it is power bombs here. And it is super missiles. So yes, that is just charge at Croc. That is unfortunate. Was Croc escape item checked by any of the runners?
I don't believe it was.
So there is a potential that it could be so. MM2 being a little bit more, I would say, is careful the right word for this? I don't really know.
I think, at least based on the observation of chat, a little bit more assertive, perhaps, a sense of urgency after that death starting to take its toll. So maybe jumps that were more easily made a bit earlier, now the concern starting to show out there.
Junie is also starting to look a little concerned after not having almost 20, we're on the early side of 25 minutes currently.
Well, when you're runners of this caliber and you're approaching the half-hour mark and still haven't been anywhere near wrecked ship, haven't been to Meridia, don't really even have logical access to either of those, yes, there is a semblance of panic that sets in. In Junie's case, haven't even found any power bombs as of yet at 25, 26 minutes in. So, yeah, both runners are definitely starting to feel the squeeze here a little bit.
Junie, of course, wanting that screw attack. MM2 gonna go in for Ridley Part 2. I have great hopes for MM2 to pull this one out this time. I imagine MM2 will feel a lot better here after the Ridley fight is said and done. Did miss 1 super. He does have 4 to spare total, so right now he's 3 to spare. 2 to spare, 1 missile to spare. Oh, he has to hit every single one of these supers. Ooh. Ridley should be dead. And Ridley is dead.
Meanwhile, Junie picking up a power bomb and also seeing a reserve tank. And looks like did either picked that one up or picked up the previous one. I'm not sure. And we've got Ridley E-Tank being vanilla, and I'm sure that is a welcome sight.
M2 going to be a little bit happier now. Ridley, a lot of pressure is off of him. Junie not making a straight bolt for a lower warfare. Even with that death to Ridley, I would say M2 is still ahead by a decent chunk. So we do see Junie doing a lot more checks than MM2 did, I believe.
Oh yeah, Junie is doing the upper Norfair circuit with the exception of the cathedral that had the power bombs that MM2 found earlier. And so far, Junie finding mostly missiles.
You think that charge beam will make any difference for him?
Well, there's the potential to, but primarily if other beams are... Well, as soon as I say that, there's a commentator collecting. There's a plasma beam at the wave location.
Okay. So, do you think that charge will make a difference for him?
That would be a strong affirmative there, Gerbo.
Commentator's blessing, no more. Commentator's curse. We will have microwaves for Phantoon and Dragon at this point. M2, however, will not have that ability, but will still have very fast boss fights for both of those bosses.
Yeah, I don't think MM2 is going to make the trek into Crocomire at this point of the race.
I believe he...
Ooh,
MM2 is going to be going to Meridia now.
Side.
We are a grapple beam or a spring ball away from MM2 going to Suitless Meridia. MM2 and Junie both skilled at Suitless, so I imagine instead of spending a whole bunch of time looking for Gravity Suit, that instead they'll do Suitless.
Oh, and MM2 now going to head over to Wave and pick up his plasma in a moment here.
You do not technically need grapple for Suitless. However, not having grapple does make things a lot slower. Junie did, again, a perfect lava dive into low warfare. And M2 picking up the plasma beam at Wave. Are we going to see fast fillers from Junie?
We saw them earlier from MM2, but not in this case, and Junie not going to take the extra time to try to set it up again. May take a little bit of acid damage, but nope, does not. Now MM2 going to do the speed checks here. They're just going to garner a couple of missiles.
Maybe I think MM2 is looking for gravity, which could mean that MM2 does proc. If M2 does proc, it'll be a big advantage. Already being a lower Norfair head, plus the advantage of having a charge beam. Be very interesting.
Well, we see Junie opting to skip the save here midway through lower Norfair. MM2 trying to make that well-timed jump and does so into Norfair Reserve. Joonie going to pick up the E-tank of pride as opposed to shame this time around. There's the Speed Echo once. And then 3 supers into the other Metal Pirate and quickly on into Ridley's lair. Joonie going to head in here with 43 super missiles. And you called it. Here is the potential croc play here.
Ooh!
Wait,
Ooh!
he opts out of it.
Ooh!
Oh, maybe he's going to check the crumble shaft and go in the traditional way.
Nice.
Or is gonna head up
going straight up.
Star, making fools of us all.
He will not get the charge. He won't get charge beam. Will that really affect him at this point? Like not. Will MM2 do suitless without grapple? No. Good. That was good. I could see a X-ray check here potentially happening. Nope. Making a liar out of me.
Going all the way up. Joonie, meanwhile, has dispatched of Ridley.
M2 probably going to check everything here in Kateria. Not Kateria, Red Tower and Friendstar. And gets eaten by a Vile Plume. And finds the Spacer, jumps over it, and finding another super missile. M2's gonna need 3 more of those. And jumping into the Spacer, I'm not sure if on purpose or by accident.
Maybe that's MM2 saying that he'll take Spacer over a spring ball.
Spacer is helpful in suitless Murdia. That is correct.
So now here into the beta power bomb room at the top of Red Tower. And we have some power bombs.
And we can now do a C. Well, not like doing a CF flip. It's important because we have Ice Beam, but we could. And MM2's not going direct shift.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of checks that were missed thanks to a lack of power bombs in the early part of the game.
Is Wreck Ship in logic? No, it's not. Is grapple... Is there a can fly? No. Wreck Ship isn't in logic yet, is it? Though, I guess there could be an item at Moat that could put this in logic. And landing site PBs is also in logic.
So yeah, MM2 trying to double back, not having the wave beam. Joonie, meanwhile, I believe skipped through Cathedral, rather, and did not bother to pick up the power bombs that were there. The gate glitch here causing MM2 some challenges. But finally makes it through.
And it's I think Joonie's catching up. MM2, of course, using a keyboard. I'm not sure how difficult the gate glitch is on the keyboard. I can barely do it on the controller, so.
So we have a wave gate glitch check on MM2's side. Joonie gonna check X-ray. We've got supers at the wave gate E-tank location. To answer the question in chat, MM2 picked up Spazer in the Alpha PB room, and it looked to have been intentional, potentially for suitless Meridia. MM2 going to check out Mission Impossible, and we've got a missile.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Vern. It's starting to look like MM2 is about to get started on a suitless Meridia campaign if nothing is at Edekun's.
Well, it's certainly possible.
Nice speedball coming out of Pink Brinstar, by the way. Joonie also picking up Spazer intentionally there. I think both runners are getting prepared for this check.
We have some more power bombs, now up to a much cushier 20.
Chat bringing up a good point that there's no good way to get out of like no viable way to get out of Dragon with the current items.
Oh, and there's Gravity Suit at the top of Edekun's.
And real quick before this prediction ends for Suitless, will Joonie get that Gravity Suit for attempting Suitless?
Nice fly across by Joonie across the ocean. Mermaid missiles had just that.
I think Joonie will full clear wreck ship.
Oh, well, there's space jump. That's not a terrible find. Might be too little too late, though.
The grapple is before wreck ship. Grapple is in Maria then. Huh. No, grab was the wreck ship logic? Oh.
And we have an E-tank up at the Main Street missiles as Joonie gonna take on Fantoon here.
I think Joonie's potentially trying to go mode. Potentially.
And sets up the microwave rather nicely. MM2 heading into Mount Everest and picks up the super missile. How much of wreck ship will Joonie check?
Potentially all of it.
We have missiles up in Aqueduct, and there's Wave Beam.
Putting charge in logic. I don't know what to think about. Because there's a lot that could happen in between now and MM2 finish the game. We could see a lot of interesting stuff from Joonie.
Well, these are two high-caliber players that have certainly made more than their fair share of gambles, and I think that was Grapple Beam just passed by MM2.
Ooh. That is not good for Joonie. Probably look either gravity, grapple, or spring ball.
I'm going to go back to the replay here because that just flew right on by. Yes, that is confirmed, so that was Grapple Beam just beyond Bot Wound. And the Precious Missiles have an E-tank that MM2 is going to leave alone.
MM2 does not have great ammo. I assume we'll be doing the Shine Spark kill on some resolve.
Super in the attic and on the assembly line, and Joonie wants no part of it.
Ooh. a nice start. MM2 getting a blue suit and changing it into a spike suit. Or not changing it into a spike suit. It's a spaceship. Forgot the suit. Oh, spring. Okay, Junie's in go mode. Not a very comfortable go mode, but in a go mode, nonetheless. They'll be skipping the rest of Wreck Ship, and we will be seeing a suitless Meridia from Junie. Did you think we were going to see this run?
One thing that I've learned from calling these races, especially in the rat bracket, is to expect the unexpected.
Redemption being a little wary on calling in the suitless Meridia yet in the chat.
Well, we're closing in on the 50-minute mark here. If you're Junie, you're figuring suitless Meridia is probably the way to go, because at this point you're going to take more time looking in all of these different places for gravity suit, and the direction of Meridia, Junie heading in that direction, looks to potentially dictate that.
Junie doing suitless Meridia. Suitless.
But how much time will that take versus MM2 going up to Wreck Ship and taking out Fantoon? So, I mean, the advantage is definitely with MM2, but anything could happen.
Oh, hello. I have never seen that setup before.
Well, nothing like a very, very, very small wall climb with the wall and the fish, and just your typical drawn-up play. We've got the Ocean Fly on MM2's part. Probably not going to check spooky missiles here, and is just going to make a beeline for Fantoon.
Okay, so here's where grapple lists. This is how you do grapple lists. There's a lot of interesting movement that happens here. One of them being a spring ball jump, which is in fact a double spring ball jump that I don't think got. Yeah, so you have to do a double spring ball jump coming out of this little ledge here. And then you also have to do another double spring ball jump going the rest of the way up.
And for those noting that Junie has Spazer on as opposed to the stronger Plasma Beam, the Spazer is more helpful in that it more easily freezes the enemies as opposed to potentially killing them.
And Junie getting the first double spring ball jump. We will have to see another one of these. Who did enrage Bansoon. Ooh. Oh!
What a jump.
Hello there. Jooniejoone pulling out the tight jumps here for Sulis Meridia. Wow. That is a first try wall jump off of the side of the ledge to get up there.
And Junie wisely taking a save here so he doesn't have to do those double spring ball jumps again, and I can't say as I blame him.
Junie going to be doing the very fun setup for snail climb. And he gets it. That snail climb is the faster snail climb, in fact. There is a slow one, which involves very slowly jumping on the snail, and a fast one, which involves kind of doing screen stuff that looks weird.
Yeah, the tiny jumps kind of they affect how the screen moves, and it can't quite catch up in time. And there's that microwave coming into play, and that's going to save a little bit of time here for Junie. But
Junie is about to get the grapple beam, which he will feel very happy about not having to Crystal Flash Blue Suit out of Dragon.
But meanwhile, MM2 has saved at the ship and is heading into Torian at a little after the 55-minute mark.
Unfortunately, I do have to say that this race is most likely going to go to MM2. Due to Smartia just being so slow, and I think by the time MM2 gets to Big Baby, Junie will have just completed Dragon, maybe on his way out of Dragon's room. I think Junie's gonna save here, or not.
You figure Junie does have the microwave, so this should theoretically be a fairly quick Dragon fight. It's just the getting out of this area that's more the challenge.
Oh, the reason I was saying that he should save here is I still think a CF Blue Suit would be faster to get out of here than the grapple jump.
And there is the microwave, and there is Dragon down.
Oh yeah, can't CF. Good point. Thank you. I realized. Thank you, J Chuck, for mentioning that he needs another PB. Ooh. Okay, so how is he's gonna spring ball jump out of Precious? Got it.
Jay Chalk, one of the moderators here. Good to see you along here. Ferran Burgundy alongside the Real Gerbeau, and we've got match 1 of this best of 3 in the rat bracket between mm2nescartridge and jooniejoone. And this has certainly been interesting, as the attempted baby skip on MM2's side does not go through. So Joonie now going to utilize that grapple beam that was found just after Bot Wound to get up out of the water, as Gravity Suit, well, it was hiding in Edacoons, but it took roughly a little more than 15 minutes to find any power bombs.
By the way, MM2 has 5 super and a fair change of a few missiles to spare. I believe he can spare 19 missiles and 5 supers.
Well, MM2 doesn't know this, but he probably has enough time to utilize all missiles here and double back for more before going into the Mother Brain fight, but is going to do a Zeb skip here and save a lot of that effort.
Did I do math wrong? I feel like I did math wrong.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
That's why we do the words here.
MM2 has ammo. That's all we should have said. MM2 can spare some ammo. I wouldn't willy-nilly go shooting it off though. Yeah, it's going to need basically every shot here.
Now's not the time to pretend that you're at the OK Corral, as here are those catch-up beams, which are the final phase here, and it looks like it is enough.
Yeah.
And there is the rainbow beam as Joonie swings up and out of, well, just about out of the Meridian area.
Joonie did tickle the fish before killing it, I believe, which makes me happy.
So now up the very top of Red Tower into Crateria, and over presumably to the ship to save, and then down to Torian.
And I think this is the perfect time to go there. Gotta get it all prepared. Alright, so this is the perfect time to... Why did I do that command? Okay. I don't know why I did exclamation point SMRAT. Wrong event. Jay Trump saying, wow, in chat. This is perfect time to say to go ahead and follow the runners mm2nescartridge and jooniejoone. Follow our broadcast team today. We have commentary with me. I have Ferran Burgundy. I am the Gerbeau. We have Mujik on Tracker and Restream. Feel free to join our Discord. Link is there in the chat. Keep up with the events. Join us, practice with us. We appreciate extra help behind the scenes as well. And to see our schedule, go ahead and check that link out. Standings, race archives. See what's coming up next. In fact, what's coming up next is a nice four-way. MM2nescartridge versus jooniejoone match 2. MM2 going to take the win, particularly for this one. Maybe we'll see a match 3. And
if that is the case, then that'll be, looks like we'll have that here as well, as they are going back to back to back, are these two competitors here, as match 2 will be coming up shortly at 6 o'clock Eastern.
We also,
a little less than a half hour from now.
It is also a four-way, so it's not just the main show between MM2 and jooniejoone. It is also Knucklehead versus Freddy in 3K. Again at 6 p.m. US Eastern and 10 p.m. UTC.
I was getting there, but somebody who is getting there is mm2nescartridge, who has taken the victory here in this first race with an official SRL time of 63 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yes. GG to MM2. Sadly, our reign on commentary is going to end here, coming into the next race, unfortunately. We will be seeing Junie finish up the seed.
Well, once you've gotten this far, it's kind of all right. Why not just finish it off? There is the rainbow beam. I believe for the sake of time, we are going to be foregoing post-race interviews, as they both have to get ready for their second race coming up in a matter of moments.
The post-race interview, especially for these, for the round 2s and round 1s, the post-race interviews are actually being saved for after the round 2/round 3 matchups. Not round 2, the match 2/match 3 races. So if the MM2/jooniejoone series comes to a close after the match 2, then you will know then.
Indeed, and plenty more SMRAT action coming your way, though. We'll be stepping aside to hand over the booth here to Redemption and Tommy Lee.
And your new tracker will be Sailor Jade.
So we're approaching the escape here for Junie. It's probably going to end up trailing by 5 minutes, give or take. But that's the benefit of going back to back to back is you can just shake off the trailing on this one and come back even stronger for the next one and try to put it to a deciding match 3. Yeah, we saw a little bit of everything here this seed. We've seen jumps that I will admit I hadn't seen prior to this. We saw some early deaths on Junie's part at the gauntlet. We saw a rather noted gamble on MM2's part, going into Lower North Air as early as he did. And yeah, we've seen some interesting trolley locations, and we are also seeing a finish from jooniejoone. The official SRL time 1:08:22. So
GG.
yeah, 5 minutes and 2 seconds difference.
And unfortunately, I will be stepping down from the booth here. Thank you guys so much for watching this match between them. It will be switching out to a four-way race here momentarily. Stay tuned for that. Should be up in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. So stay tuned, keep watching, follow the runners, follow the behind the scenes people, and check out our schedule as well.
And thank you so much for tuning in. I guess I'm going to step aside here as well, and we'll hand the booth on over in a matter of a few minutes or so here to Tommy Lee 67 and Redemption. For all the folks behind the scenes here at Speedrunners Arena, for my broadcast partner, the Real Gerbo, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying stay classy, my friends, stay safe, and see you next mission. And also stay tuned.